everyone, welcome again to another episode of MATHerrific videos. I'm Miss Valiente and we will be discussing another topic for the subject Business Mathematics. So for our topic, we have amortization. We have three objectives in this lesson. The first one, we need to define amortization. Second one, we need to compute periodic payment. And then last one is we need to create amortization table or the schedule. Now let's move to our terms and notation. Number one is the present value. So stands for capital letter A. It is the sum of required payment at the start of the loan. While the future values S, it is the sum of all periodic payment at the end of the term. And then third, we have periodic payment, capital R. It is the amount of each payment. M is our period per year or the number of conversion per year. N is the conversion period. The formula for that one is M times T, where M is the period per year and T is the time. I is our periodic rate. So formula for that is R over M, where R is the interest per year and M is your period per year. Now, let's move to the definition of amortization. When we say amortization, it is eliminating debt or repayment of principal and interest by using a series of equal installment payment at the end of the given time frame or period. So we have equal installment payment. Okay, so now the formula for that is A is equal to R multiplied by 1 minus 1 plus I raised to negative n over I, where A is the present amount, R is the periodic payment, S is the future amount, N is conversion period, I is your periodic rate, which is R over M as I discussed earlier. M is your number of conversion per year. Now, let's move to our example. Okay, for our example 1, a 20,000 loan will be amortized using equal payments every 6 months for 2 years. The interest is 4%, compounded semi-annually. Number 1, find the periodic payment. And for number 2, we need to create an amortization schedule or the table. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so now we are asked to find the periodic payment. So that one is R. So let's write our given. So we have the present amount, which is 20,000. Our rate, which is 4%. Converted into decimal, that would be 0.04. We have the M, which is compounded semi-annually, that's why it's 2. We have also a time frame of 2 years. Okay, so now the periodic payment is the missing or being asked in our problem. Our formula is given by A is equal to R open bracket multiplied by 1 minus open parenthesis 1 plus I raised to negative n over I, where I is your periodic interest. Okay, now we are asked to find the value of R. Since we have A, let's derive this one by multiplying 1 minus 1 plus I raised to negative n over I. On the other side, we have that one is 0.04. We have 1 minus 1 plus I raised to negative n over I. Cancel, cancel. Now we have R is equal to A over 1 minus open parenthesis 1 plus I raised to negative n over I. Now we have our new formula for the periodic payment. Okay, since we have our new formula, now we can substitute our given from our formula. So A is 20,000 divided by 1 minus 1 plus I. So your I is equal to R over M. So I is equal to 0.04 divided by 2. That will be equal to 0.02. Okay, so we have 0.02 raised to negative n. Your n is equal to m times t. Your m is 2, your t is 2. Therefore, n is equal to 4. Okay, so negative 4 over your I, which is 0.02. Solving this one in your calculator will arrive with R is equal to 5,252.47 pesos. And that will be letter A, or the periodic payment. Now for number 2, we need to create an amortization schedule or a table. For our table, we have 5 columns. The first one is the number of payment. Okay, we have number of payment. The second one is amount to be paid or the loan. Okay, so the third one, we have the interest. Next one, we have the periodic payment. So we can write that one as capital R for our periodic payment. Last is our repayment. Okay, so repayment to the loan. Okay, so now let's first move to the number of payment. Since we have 2 years compounded semi-annually, therefore we will pay 4 times with that 2 years. So we have 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we have 6 months. Number 2, we have 1 year. 3 is 1.5. And then for 4 times, we have 2 years to complete our loan term. Okay, amount to be paid will start with our present loan, which is 20,000. So I can write here 20,000. Now, 20,000, we need to multiply it by I. So we need to multiply it by I. Our I is the periodic rate, which is 0.02. Okay, so the answer is 400 pesos. That will be the value of our interest. Now, our periodic payment, the one that we computed earlier, that one is 5,252.47. So this value, since in our definition, when we say periodic payment, it is equal installment payment. So therefore, from the start until the end of our payment, this periodic payment will be the same. 52.47. The same as third one, 5,252.47. Until the last one, 5,252.47. Okay, so now how are we going to solve for the repayment? Just simply subtract periodic payment to your interest. Okay, so subtracting this two will get 4,852.47. Okay. And then we will just repeat the process. Okay. So 20,000 subtract 4,852.47. The answer is 15,147.53. Okay. Again, go back to our first step. We need to multiply it by our I, which is 0.02. That will be 302.95, which is our interest. 302.95. Okay, to solve again for repayment, just simply subtract periodic payment to your interest. So that one is 4,949.52. To solve for our new amount to be paid, just simply again subtract 15,147.53 to your repayment, which is 4,949.52, and that will give us 10,198.01. Okay, so go back to step 1, multiply by I, which is 0.02, and that will result to 203.96, which is our interest. Okay, so subtracting this two, periodic payment to your interest, so now we will have 5,048.51. Again, to solve for the new amount to be paid, just simply subtract 10,198.01 to your repayment, which is 5,048.51, and that will result to 5,149.50. Okay, so step 1, we need to multiply it by 0.02, which is our I. And that one will result to 102.99. To get your last repayment, just simply subtract 5,252.47 to 102.99, and that will give us 5,149.48. Okay, to check whether our answer is correct, just simply add all the repayment. So that will give us 20,000, which is our present loan. Okay, so 20,000 here is equal to 20,000, which is our present loan.